So I believe that during this season, God, what are you trying to say to us? He's trying to tell us that as different as we thought we were, as far as we geographically believe that we were.
Yeah. And if we're honest, a lot of us had that. Well, that's their problem.
Yeah. That's not my problem. That's
A lot of us had that. That's their problem. That's
they deal
them.
with that. Because it was a point in time during the middle of this crisis, we said, black folk, we don't get it.
I heard that. Yeah.
And we found out, Lord, when they hit Idris, Lord Jesus. Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
Lord.
and I think he actually posted something on his Instagram saying, listen, that is not true.
When he got it, we were like,
yeah, it became real.
I better take my vitamins and wash my hands.
That's right. But yeah.
So I believe that if we can step back from the panic, the anxiety, the what am I going to do next? What's going to happen with my job? Let me speak to you who is concerned about what's next.
Yeah.
God has you in the palm of his hand. He has your family in the palm of his hand.
Yes, he does.
The same God who is able to rain manna and quail from heaven.
Yes.
The same God who was able to multiply 5 loaves and 2 fish. The same God who was able to raise from the dead after bearing the weight of all sin and sickness. The same power that was a part of all those miracles resides in your house.
Yes, it does.
I'm reminded of a couple of years ago. This time of year kind of takes me back to 2 years ago where we walked through a season in our life where, life was normal as it could be. And then in the next day, you're scrambling trying to figure out, Lord, what in the world is next?
Yeah.
And tonight you are partaking into something that was created out of heaven. That is just amazing that we're looking tonight into a camera to speak to you when 24 months ago we're in a place where this does not exist. And so if you've ever heard our story, I believe that we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of our testimony. And I want to talk to any person who is wondering, like, how am I going to make it out of this? You not only are you going to make it, but you're going to thrive.
Amen.
You're going to get more creative.
Yep.
You're going to be open up to brand new ideas.
Yes.
You're going to be open up to brand new ways of doing things.
Yeah.
You're going to be recession proof because you made a decision to have an ear to hear what the Spirit of the Lord would have to say.
I think a lot of repositioning is going on with a lot of us. There are some ideas that the Lord gave many of us that we've been sitting on. And if me and you were honest, we actually talked about this before we hopped on, but we were like, this whole live stream thing, the Lord had been putting it on our heart to do.
Yeah.
And
that was literally a strategic goal of 2020 for the church. I was going to stop planning physical campuses this year and reinvest the money to plant a physical campus into planting an online campus.
Yeah.
But, I just kind of kept prolonging it. I wanted to just increase our savings as a church and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So when this happened.
I mean, all good reasons, right? Like, good reasons.
Great reasons.
But that's not what the Lord told us to do. And being in this season, it's kind of pushed us into that next platform, right? Into getting where God had already wanted us to be.
He
told us. It's a lot of repositioning. I think that's just not only true for us, but for a lot of you.
Yeah.
Ideas, business ideas. Some of you need to come up on and do some entrepreneurship now.
Yeah.
Okay? Get up off these jobs.
You've been dependent on an 8 to 5. I think one of the biggest adjustments I had in going from working for someone to being our own boss is the amount of work you can do in a shorter amount of time than when you're conditioned to. I have to be in this place from this time to this time. Man, God can do so much if we allow him to have full expression in our life. If we listen to what the Spirit of the Lord says.